Well, former Australian cricketers Mark Taylor and Michael Clarke are not happy with Mohammed Siraj's celebrappeal and they want him to be fined for that. Now, first of all, what's celebrappeal? It's celebration plus appeal. Whenever the ball hits the pads, a bowler appeals to the umpire gives it either as an out or a not out, and then the game moves on. But in a celebrappeal, the bowler is half celebrating and half appealing. It means that he believes it's out, he doesn't even look back, he puts his hand up, keeps on running forward. What this does is, it puts slightly puts the umpire slightly under pressure because he believes that the bowler is so confident there might be something that the bowler has seen, or maybe it's out. And this is something that the ICC doesn't take lightly, because they have usually fined the bowlers for this. They have told the bowlers that you can't do this. It's your job that whenever the ball hits the patch, and you can appeal as and when you want, but you need to appeal. You can't celebrate and appeal at the same time. Well, there were bowlers who were famous for it. Stuart Broad was very famous for his celebrappeal. He used to just run down the pitch, cross the batters with his hand up, believing that it's out. I don't even need to formally ask the umpire, he'll give it out. But more often than not, umpire has said it's not out. You can't celebrate, already it's not out. I believe it's not out. And then obviously the DRS part comes in if the bowler and the fielding team and the fielding captain believes that it could be out. But now Mohammed Siraj is someone who often does it. He just runs across the batter believing it's out, doesn't even look back for the umpire's decision. And this has not gone down well with Mark Taylor and Michael Clarke. These are the exact statements of both the former Australian captains. Mark Taylor says, "My biggest concern with Mohammed Siraj is the desire to assume that umpires are going to give dismissals. I don't like him running down the pitch when he hits a guy on the pads, going past the batsman, assuming he's going to be given out without showing respect to the umpire and the game to at least have a look at the decision. I think Siraj, someone needs to have a chat with him about that." Now, this is Mark Taylor. He believes that someone needs to have a chat with Mohammed Siraj and tell him that you can't do this. You need to look back. You need to wait for the umpire to either give it as an out or a not out. This is concerning. This is something you can't do. On the other hand, former Australian captain Michael Clarke believes that Siraj should be fined for it, and he used an example of his own former Australian cricketer, one of the best fast bowlers of all time, Brett Lee. Michael Clarke says, "Siraj should be fined for keeping on appealing for LBWs and not asking the umpire. He hits the batters on the pads and just runs down like they are out. I'm surprised the ICC haven't fined him, because I remember when I was playing, you get fined every time." Brett Lee was the worst at it, and they told him, "If you don't turn around and ask the umpire, you are going to be fined." I'm more than worried about that from Siraj than him and Travis Head. Siraj did it in the first test as well. You are okay to appeal for anything you want, but you have got to turn around and ask the umpire. I'm actually surprised that he hasn't been fined till now. Well, Michael Clarke is surprised. He believes that Brett Lee was also warned. यार उनको भी कहा जाता था that you need to look back and wait for the umpire's decision, otherwise you will be fined. और Clarke surprised है कि मोहम्मद सिराज जिन्होंने पहले टेस्ट मैच में भी ये किया था, उनको फाइन नहीं लगा है अब तक. So he believes that ICC should have a look at it, and ICC should make sure that he knows that what he's doing is wrong and he should be fined for that. He says that I'm not concerned with what happened between Siraj and Travis Head. Well, I'm pretty sure you all know what happened between Siraj and Travis Head. They had an heated argument during the second test after Siraj dismissed Travis Head at the score of 140. Head said something in the post-match press conference. Siraj said something in the morning of day 3 about Head lying in the press conference. So there was a lot of stuff involved, but Michael Clarke believes, I don't care about that. What I care about, what I am concerned about, is that he should be fined for celebrappealing. Well, what are your thoughts on this? Do you agree that Siraj does it? वो celebrappeal करते हैं, वो पहले ही celebrate करने लगते हैं, appeal इतनी करते नहीं है. What are your thoughts? Do write to us in the comment section down below.